What's going on, guys? It's Pluget, and today we are coming at you with the first episode from Ark. We're in the Scorched Earth DLC expansion pack. I'm playing on an unofficial server. Wasn't really sure where to start this off, so I decided we were going to go with a bit of a base tour. It's not much, but it's something, and with the way I tend to build around here, I'm sure it's going to be updated in no time. So let's get going, shall we? Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is out here on the balcony. It's this amazing view that you would have seen in the intro. I'm just overlooking everything out there. Pretty grateful nobody's actually built in this area yet, so I have a unobstructed view, and we are located in the center of the map, so I can see everything around me. Out here I also have my forge that I use for smelting my metal. So we'll close that. This is the first building that I built. I usually start with like a 4x6 base and go from there. This time I went all out on the main structure. These are the first two storage units I had, and they're just full of random building materials, blueprints. This one's actually got more materials. I've got to get that sorted over to the bulk vaults that I'll show you momentarily. This area here, this is my little sitting area. It's got my fireplace that I use to keep my supply of charcoal up. My bed for respawning, usually because I've died for some stupid reason. And an empty storage box that I'm debating what I'm going to put into it. It may end up being armor. On this side I've got my smithy, my fabricator, and my grinders. I should have probably mentioned before too, this is a modded server, so all three of these are part of the bulk mod. This side here I've got two air conditioners because, you know, we're in the desert, why not? Gotta keep cool. I'm not sure they've actually done anything, but it's worth a shot. We've got Sly, and we've got Kumar, and Harold is on my shoulder. This side here, this is my 5 bulk vaults. They have quite the inventory space, 500. So I've tried to stack some things together, and eventually I'm going to get everything out of the wooden ones and over into here. Now there's two ways to get in here, which you're not going to see if you're seeing through the vaults there, so let's go down the outside. So I have this door, which sometimes is not the easiest to get back into, and I couldn't put a ramp there. So I had to put a ramp on this side, and this is the dino door, which works out quite well because when I'm building a lot of the Adobe clay, I will bring my Doedicurus right in to offload him. We've got the feeding trough here, and this is the idiot fence. I remember seeing this in a screenshot, and I just love the idea. And it worked out perfect here because when I first started building, I would have a tendency to be looking over this way, back right up, and fall off the cliff, which is not surprising for me. Over here is my RG. This is Geralt. I tamed him at a 173, which isn't bad. I believe he was a 116 when I downed him, with a max of 120 in the wild. I've got my 2 scorpions over here. They were going to be 4 eggs so I could get a T-Rex, and they haven't laid any. So they're decoration. This is my temporary dino pen up here. I do plan on expanding this, but it was just something in the meantime. So I've got Gaz, my Doedicurus, over here. Anybody who's watched Slipgator would have seen that he named his saber Cat Benatar. Now, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I'm a big 80s fan myself, so I had to kind of do the same thing. I've got 3 wolves over there. I'm trying not to show their names because they're not the most appropriate names, but it was a bit of an inside joke. And then I've got my thorny dragon Grapha over there. So coming back around here, because I did forget one guy up here. This is my moth. Mr. Blue Sky, once again, a musical reference. Anybody who knows the 70s band ELO will get that one. And if I come over this way, we've got Babs, my Rex. She came out as a 143, which wasn't bad. And then last but not least, we have domestic violence. Now this is a inside joke that's been going on for quite some time. We've had a few wipes and server changes. And no matter how many times, I've always had a dragon or a wyvern that has been painted blue and black and named domestic violence. The original domestic violence actually was killed on stream. Oh, thanks, Babs. That was wonderful of you. So yeah, no, original domestic violence killed on stream. I was very disappointed. Built a gravestone and everything. So we're in the final building that I have right now. And this is the greenhouse. So I've got 2 of each of the crops growing. And they look like they're pretty fertilized. Oop, we got a storm coming. And the water source up top, as you can see. Tap down here for me when I need to get a drink. And what do we got? Oh yeah, our 4 water tanks that connect to nothing and are pretty much useless, but that may change. And here's my little kitchen area. I've got a fridge for eggs, I've got a fridge for my crops, and I've got a fridge for the food. 2 bulk cookers, a bulk dry store that's supposed to be getting me jerky, but really has done nothing, and then just some random supplies. I've got the egg collector, which right now has no eggs in it. This is my fertilizer, which I think I'm going to be good for a while. So I'm not too worried about putting thatch back in. So that's it for my area. We're up on this ledge, myself and the server owner kind of taken this over. So here's the doors that start the base coming across this bridge. I'll give you a quick overview of Rin's area. This is the taming pen that we also use. That metal structure, I have no idea what he was doing. And it looks like he's changed his base around. He's now got 6 wyverns. His base over there with a bunch of stuff hanging around. The one thing about the server owner, he's a bit of a hoarder when it comes to dinosaurs, as you can see. He's got a whole bunch down here. Wow, his Rex population has increased quite a bit. And then this is kind of the walkway coming up because this is the entrance. Oh, he's really made the entrance more visible from the outside. I used to have to play guess the door. And that's about it. Oh, other than my little random building where my water pipes start. I may expand down here. I may not. Who knows? This is honestly probably the smallest base I have had to date. So, oh no! We got a heat wave coming on. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this is the smallest base to date that I've actually had. So, I'm sure it's going to expand. The original one I had on this server before we had to do a wipe because of mod issues was actually between those 2 rocks where those gates were. Went all the way up one side, all the way across, down. It had another crazy building underneath that was a warehouse for some dinosaurs, and It was probably only halfway complete when it got wiped. So I'm sure this somehow is going to expand. I can see the greenhouse going across and this possibly expanding out a little bit. And that main building, we'll have to see. I'm sure that will be in an upcoming episode. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. There's not much else to show you at this point in time. And we'll talk to you later.